Hi there, welcome to the channel. Now, we experimented this week with a live stream reaction to all the games from matchday 29. Usually what would happen is I would create a standalone video where we'd review all the games, all the goals, the talking points, provide some analysis about the players, how that impacts the outcome of the game. We'd then look at the data hub, who's the top scorer, the most assists, the keeper, providing the clean sheets. We'd look at the table and provide some analysis and some forward thinking about what's going to happen for the rest of the season. There's 5 games left in the Bundesliga season. This time around, though, because we did it as a live stream, which is an experiment, I'm still waiting for all that to be processed up in that there cloud. So this might be coming out as a standalone video, and if it is, it's not going to look too awkward. It's not like 2 cars discreetly parked in a wood during the middle of the night with their windows down, right? It's not going to be completely incongruous. It just might not fit. If you stumble upon this and you're thinking, who's that fat grey man talking to a plush toy? Well, actually, I'm using I'm leaning on him as moral support. That's Gonzo, by the way. That's Mesut Ozil, and I'm Craig. Yeah, this might look a little bit odd. However, like I say, it would normally be part of a complete package, which is a review show where we analyse the games, the goals, we talk about the data, and then we put a bow on it. Well, it's slightly different this time, yeah. Forget the dogging analogy. It's more like Christmas morning, and we cut to the photo of little Timmy ripping open his Nintendo Entertainment System for the first time, rather than all the photos laid out on Instagram of the presents under the tree, under great lighting. Yeah, we've just basically jumped straight in. So if you have stumbled upon it, thank you so much. Feel free to like and subscribe. We are the German football spotlight channel. Again, not daily content just yet because it's exhausting. We're getting there though, because I am determined to provide the best value possible, even though it's all free. Again, you can like and subscribe because it is free content. There's definitely at least 2 or 3 videos come out per week, and some shorts which are mainly used to tee up our predictions for the games. Oh yeah, that's another feature that we do, right? So we analyse the games, and then we look back and see how wildly off or on the predictions have been. So yeah, this might look out of sorts. It's not intended to. Which we're trying new things. And again, that's the only way you try, right? You try something, if it works, you iterate, you do it again, but you tweak it and you make it better. So then it's the only way humankind, that's less woke. It's the only reason that humankind's progressed, right? And that we've tried things, So that's what we're trying here anyway. So we tried it. We tried the analysis in the form of a live stream, which went on for 3 hours, and that is available right now, by the way. In fact, you can check out that video here. We're just waiting for the cloud to process it, because my plan was to break it up into chunks and add some pretty graphics so it was more digestible and not 3 hours long. It's a double whammy though, right? So you've got a live stream and you've got some VOD content. Anyway, I'm going to stop now. We're going to jump straight into the analysis, or the data hub section, which is the analysis. Okay, right. Please like and subscribe. Comments, leave them down below. We always respond, and enjoy. Do you think they got the message there, Gonzo? And actually, nothing's changed. Yeah, it's really an interesting weekend, because nobody on this listing actually got on the score sheet. Technically, it felt like Saru Girassi was an assist for Dortmund with the equaliser by Valdemar Anton in the Klassiker, but actually, because it came back off Erbig and Anton just smashes it into the roof of the net, technically that's not an assist, is it? So that doesn't count. Although a great bit of footwork, by the way. Held the ball up, did a bit of futsal, 1-2, then turned and swiveled and put his volley, and it was an impressive bit of skill. Johnny Burkhardt didn't actually feature in the main squad. Omar Mamouche, he's not there, is he? He's at Manchester City. Tim Kleindist didn't get on the score sheet, and actually Gladbach's goal in their 2-1 loss to Freiburg, well, that was actually an own goal by Christian Gunter. Patrick Schick didn't score because Leverkusen drew a blank in their home tie with Union Berlin, which those drop points didn't impact too much on the title race, although they could have reduced the gap to 3 because of the draw between Munich and Dortmund in the Klassiker. And then Harry Kane didn't score, didn't get an assist either, because it was the Serge Gnabry. He came on as a sub, and he set up Guerrero for the equaliser, and then Gnabry got the go-ahead goal, which was a brilliant piece of skill, by the way, slaloming his way past that back three of Dortmund. So yeah, no changes in the top goal scorers of the Bundesliga so far. And if we take a look at the most assists, well, actually no changes there either. Leverkusen didn't score, so Xhaka remains where he is in 4th. Mohamed Amoure didn't get an assist, even though Wolfsburg did score 2. Those assists came from Joachim Meili and our one to watch for the week, Jakub Kaminski for Wolfsburg. Yeah, he was their assist maker. What about the game between Gladbach and Freiburg? Lucas Kubler, got the assist for Patrick Oostergaard, and it's actually Ritsu Doan that teed up the winner for John Manzimbi. So nothing there. Just on a side note, by the way, Freiburg, 16 goals between Grifo and Doan, and 15 assists. That's like mind blowing, really. Marmouche isn't there anymore because he's at Manchester City. Michael Olise, he did play really well for Munich in that first half, especially in the Klassiker. But the assist was for Thomas Muller. And then Gnabry scored that second goal on his own. And of course, Fabian Wirtz is still sat with his feet up, not with a cigar, because he's that injured. So otherwise, yeah, the most assist shortlist is as you are too. Oh, as you were too. As is too. No movements. And for the 3rd week running, only 4 sides kept a clean sheet in the Bundesliga. And those 4 doesn't impact anyone on this list. In fact, the only change really, and it's another tied for 5th place, and they're not on that list because we only break down the top 6, would be Frederick Ranau of Union Berlin. He's now on 8 because Union Berlin drew away with Leverkusen. Otherwise, yeah, it's as you are, right? Because Augsburg, well, they conceded a goal in their 2-1 win away to Bochum. St. Pauli won away 2-1 to Kiel. Robin Zentner in goal for Mainz. Well, he shipped 2 goals because they lost 2-0 away to Hoffenheim. Noah Atabula of Freiburg, well, he conceded 1. That was his teammates because it was an own goal. No, he didn't, sorry. Yeah, it's right, yeah. Yeah, he did concede an own goal from his teammate. Manny Neuer is not playing at the minute, although the rumour is that he's back soon because Jonas Erbig's in goal for Munich. He's only played 5 games for those in the Bundesliga. And Peter Glassi was in goal for Leipzig. 2nd game in a row for him. He had 1 game out for injury. And he conceded 2 in that 3-2 away win at Wolfsburg. So again, feels like easy work on the graphics department on our end. Yeah. Peter Glassi then still leads the way with 13 clean sheets and 5 games to go. And if we turn our attention to the Bundesliga table, looking at the bottom half first, 4 points separate the bottom 3. That's Holstein, Kiel, Bochum and Heidenheim. There's then 11 points between those 3 to St. Pauli in 15th. And then a single point between St. Pauli and Hoffenheim. We're going to call it that everyone from 13th upwards, which is Union Berlin, they're safe. Anyone of a certain age who remembers watching the golden age of quiz TV shows in the 80s. I remember Bullseye, your bullies and your tankers. Well, they're safe if you were to be the lucky couple that went through to the final round after the advert break. Yeah, I think anyone from 13 upwards is safe. And as we've called out in the main bulk of the show, there's some really interesting fixtures coming up in the last 5 games for all these teams that's really going to impact how things pan out. Our gut feel is that the bottom 3 are going to stay that way. Not in that order, though. I can see Bochum finishing bottom, Kiel 17, and then Frank Smith's Heidenheim will end up in the relegation playoff. It would take a monumental swing, though, and a change in results for other teams for St. Pauli to slip down. I mean, they would literally have to... I mean, even if... well, yeah. I was thinking if they lost all their next 5 and there's a couple of wins and some draws in there, that could drag St. Pauli down. Again, we're playing number one. We don't have a magic 8 ball. Remember them? Magic 8 balls? There's a kid very popular for university students in the noughties and the early 90s. Yeah, we bought all sorts of tap with that new Labour money. Anyway, bringing it back to 2025 and the Bundesliga. Yeah, there you are. 4 points between the bottom 3, 11 points between the bottom 4. And then if we turn our attention, we'll partly jump ahead to then come back. Hey, Back to the Future. What a film. What's your favourite Back to the Future film, by the way? Out of 1, 2, 3. Let me know in the comment section below. Why is that relevant? Because we've got to jump to the top half of the table to come back. Anyone from Augsburg upwards, actually even Stuttgart, right? They're still in the mix. So what is that then? So there were 2 teams there on 38. So there's a 7-point gap between 12th and 6th. Yeah, I just feel like a lot's got to happen. A lot of results have got to go teams' way, like Stuttgart and Werder Bremen, if they're gonna make it. Yeah, Bremen's got a better chance though in 9th. If you see that look, so there's only 3 points now. That's because Werder have scored, not necessarily scored, but they've achieved 3 wins in a row. 2 of those are away from home. Again, they're like the second best performing away team in the Bundesliga this season. What a turnaround, and what a renaissance man Ollie Burke is. Yeah, the Scottish striker. He was farmed out to Millwall, Birmingham, brought back into Werder. He's scoring goals. I think he scored 2 in 2 now at least. Yes, because he scored against Frankfurt. He scored the winner against Stuttgart yesterday. So 3 points between them and Freiburg. Dortmund, they battled. They were really, really impressive. Maxi Bay ran his socks off. And if he'd have stayed on the pitch, if he'd have had a bit more energy left, he could well have got the winner in that game for Dortmund. They were resolute, managing to draw that game 2-2. So, again, they're on the same points as Werder. Out of nowhere, Niko Kovac, honestly, that is critics. Got his lineup wrong against Barcelona, but it feels like we've done that one. We've already covered that. And actually, we've got another preview video coming soon ahead of Dortmund's home leg against Barcelona in the Champions League. That's the second game, a game in which they are 4-0 down and probably been written off. Gladbach are only a point off Freiburg. Again, they've swapped places because Freiburg won 2-1 away. Mainz, yeah, their form has dropped off. Again, they lost, didn't they? I'm treating this like a live again. Mainz lost 2-0 to Hoffenheim, which was a big shock. Again, another L for us. Leipzig, they won the game on Freitag to kick the weekend off, winning 3-2 away to Wolfsburg. I mean, it was 3-0, and all of a sudden it went... Wolfsburg, Kaminski helped his team claw their way back into the game by teeing up Killian Fischer. Joachim Meili set up Skov Olsen at 3-2 with 15 minutes to go. Again, you've got to give credit to to Zotleur for allowing his team to hang in there for that vital away win. Only their Leipzig's second away win, well, first away win since match day 13. Wow, that's a scary stat. That form is most likely one of the reasons that Marco Rose got the sack. And then there's Frankfurt, who, it was a routine victory over Heidenheim. That was 3-0. Leverkusen, they snuffed their lines in the title race, but it didn't matter too much because Munich did the same by being held in the Klassiker by Dortmund. So what could have been a 3-point gap at one point was then 4, but it's gone back to 6. So yeah, it very much feels like it's Munich's title to lose. Leverkusen are still going toe-to-toe, but they dropped 2 vital points at home to Union Berlin. Frankfurt keep ticking over. Leipzig are making a late push for Champions League. Mainz forms off. Freiburg have gone back to winning ways after losing 3 on the spin. And Gladbach falter. Gladbach won a 3-game unbeaten streak, winning 2 out of the last 3, drawing in match day 28 to St. Pauli. Struggling a bit, yeah. A lot of these teams need to just keep winning and keep an eye on other teams and hope they do them a favour. So that's the table at the end of match day 29. That's pretty much all we've got to say for this episode. We did it as a live stream. It was an experiment. It feels like we should do it again. We had people pop into the stream. We had some really positive feedback too, especially members of the football management community that got stuck in, that asked if we would do a Bundesliga best 11 come the end of the season. Absolutely. Of course, we'll do that. Thanks very much. Put on the shades. Go and check him out as well if you can on Twitch. Yeah. It's been fun. It's been tiring, but it's been fun, satisfying. Thanks for all your feedback. Feel free to like and subscribe, but as you know, it's on your free will. We've got some more content coming up. Some Champions League previews for Dortmund against Barcelona, Munich in their away leg at Inter, and we'll probably open some stickers on stream and put some stickers in the album as well. Please tag along for that. Otherwise, all that's left to be said is that he's been Gonzo, Mesut Ozil, I've been Craig, you've been extremely patient. I'll be the same for now. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you very soon.